Hey everyone, in this video my wife and I decided to take a weekend trip from Chicago to St. Louis via the world famous Route 66. Over the years the route has changed a few times, so you can find a couple of different routes. They have the one that starts from 1926 to 1930, and then again 1930 to 1940. In this trip we decided we'd take the historic Route 66 route. The first major historic place we passed was in Joliet, Illinois, the old Joliet prison that was famous for being the prison in the movie Blues Brothers. They still have concerts featuring the Blues Brothers to this day in the old prison, so it's kind of fun to check out. The first roadside attraction we came across was in Wilmington, Illinois, the Gemini Giant. It's right outside the Launchpad restaurant, and it makes for a pretty entertaining photo spot. Right up the road from the Gemini Giant was one of the best ice cream spots around, Route 66 Creamery. The soft serve ice cream was delicious. The price is very reasonable. I highly recommend the cones with the flavor infusion. I chose creamsicle, it was so good. After a quick ice cream pit stop, we continued on our merry way with a ride through Wilmington. The next place we decided to stop was in Dwight, Illinois, at Ambertex Gas Station. It originally opened up in 1933. The old pumps and decor made for great photo backdrops. Along with the cool things to look at on the inside, this makes a great spot to stop and stretch your legs and spend a good 20 minutes. Off to the side is a nice little Route 66 photo op sign. The next stop on the list was the Route 66 Mural in Pontiac, Illinois, that's behind the Route 66 Hall of Fame Museum. This was a cool stop. Next to the mural was the Bob Waldmeyer Road Yacht, and in the same area there was lots of other murals to check out. This area really is worth a stop. I highly recommend it. After leaving Pontiac, here's unfortunately where the trip kind of fell apart. I set the route I wanted to take in Google Maps. From the start until this point, everything was going fine. Shortly after leaving Pontiac, the GPS started telling me that it found a faster route. Even though I hit the ignore button, Google decided to change my route. It took me a while for me to notice that I was no longer on Route 66, so I missed everything in between Towanda and Sherman, Illinois. We finally got back on track, and worked our way back onto the road and got into Springfield. Now that we're finally back on track in Springfield, we passed the Abraham Lincoln Library, the state capitol, and ended up stopping for lunch at the Fulgenzi's Pizza and Pasta. Well, after Google took us off Route 66 for a while, we're trying our way back. Now we're in Springfield. We stopped off at, so you can see the sign. I think Fulgenzi's or something like that. Fulgenzi's. They have this pizza spot, but they have the world's greatest burger.
Burger's pretty damn good.
Wife is eating the burger. She said it was pretty damn good. I went with the barbecue sandwich. It's pork. So we'll see how that tastes. But they have a cool gas station outside, so when we're done stuffing our face, we're gonna go out there. Nice. After just some discussion at lunch, we found the next roadside distraction we wanted to stop at, the Our Lady of the Highway Shrine. This is just a nice little place you can stop and say a prayer to help keep you safe on your journeys. A short ride from the shrine was the Litchfield Route 66 Welcome Center. Unfortunately, on this day it was closed, but it had this nice little sign out in the back and along with these cool Route 66 benches. We opted to sit in the shaded patio just to get out of the sun for a little bit. Once we hopped back on the bike, we passed by the world famous Airstuns Cafe. It was getting kind of late, so we just decided to skip the rest of the Route 66 and hop on I-55 and hammer down to St. Louis. Crossing over the Mississippi, you're greeted by the Gateway Arch and the skyline. after about a short 20-minute ride from downtown St. Louis, we got to our hotel. The hotel is called the Aviator Hotel. The place is pretty nice, and as expected by the name, it had an aviation theme. The restaurant inside was pretty decent, the rooms were very spacious, and the beds were very comfortable. I think my only complaint was the blackout curtains didn't really cover the entire window, so it let a lot of light in. Later that evening, my wife and I took a ride around downtown St. Louis. We hit up the Arch, the ballparks, the stadium where the Blues play, and enjoyed looking around at all the old buildings. Really was a nice little city. The following morning, we started with breakfast at Bob Evans. Then we headed south to check out Uranus. This place is definitely a must-stop. I can't really explain it. They have a lot of interesting things to look at. A lot of places to take cool pictures, the world's largest belt buckle, ice cream shop, a sideshow museum, and you can't forget the fudge factory and gift shop. Don't forget to look down. You might see something entertaining to look at. After leaving Uranus, it was time to start heading home. So we jumped back on I-55 and headed toward Collinsville, Illinois to gas up and see the world's largest ketchup bottle. It's just an old water tower in the shape of a bottle and painted to look like a ketchup bottle. It's just another one of those Route 66 oddballs, but at least we've seen it. Aside from the GPS sniffle, we had a great time. It's really cool going down Route 66 and seeing an era that's just gone by. I know we missed a lot and we'll have to do this trip again. If you have any suggestions or places I need to check out on Route 66, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found any of this entertaining or helpful, please hit that subscribe tab. See you in the next video, and take care. Bye.